What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how you can train your aim in Call of Duty and especially warm up before you play rank play so that your aim is a little bit better than if you just hop on completely cold. The way we're going to do this is by shooting bots in a private match, but I've got some tips and tricks and pointers that I will show you, as well as how to actually set up the match with the proper settings. So once you go to the home menu here, we're just going to go over to private match, create a private match. And from here, there's only like 3 or 4 settings you need to change. I think only 4 things. So once it lets us, we're gonna go ahead and click game setup here. So now we're gonna go into game setup, and then we're gonna change the game mode. We want this on free for all. From there, we're gonna change the map. Now there's a few different maps I like to warm up on. You could do shipment is a good one if you want a lot of engagements and like no range. Scrapyard is one I was using for a while. But I think training facility is a good one as well that they just must have added recently, and I actually really like it, so we're going to use that one. But feel free to use whatever small map you want. But like I said, I'm going to recommend scrapyard, shipment, or training facility. Once you choose your map, we're going to go over to the game rules, and we're going to change the time limit all the way to the left to where it goes to 45 minutes because you can't do unlimited, but 45 is the longest you can add it or change it to. Then score limit, we're going to change this to 1000 because we don't want to be we don't want to have the game ending, of course. And then match start time, I just put this down on 5 seconds, and this will automatically turn on skip infill just so you get straight into it. You don't have to, wait in the loading screen. Once you change those on the game tab, we're going to go over all the way to the right to the gameplay section. And we're going to come down to spawn ammo mags. You just want to put this up to max so that you have the maximum amount of ammo in your weapon to shoot the bots with. Once you've done all the settings, you just want to go over to the lobby, click the plus. And they actually just changed where you can have 23 bots. Now on most of these maps where you're going to be warming up on the smaller maps, this is just too many. So I recommend bumping this down to about 12, maybe 10 or 12, maybe 15 if you want to get crazy. But I think 10 or 12 is the best option here, and you definitely want to leave them on recruit. You do not really need to be fighting veteran bots. It's not going to improve your gameplay that much. You just want to be able to have active targets to shoot at and be able to focus on your fundamentals while you're shooting them. Now we're going to move on to the tips and tricks portion of the video. Tip number 1 is going to be use the builds that you're actually going to play with. So in rank play, this is going to be the MCW and the Rival 9. You want to make sure that you have the proper attachments as well. You want to basically just copy the exact class you're going to be playing with in game. This goes for your secondary as well if you want to warm up and get used to something like the Renetti, for example, in rank play. You can also apply this to Warzone if you are a Warzone player and you want to warm up with specific guns for Warzone and really nail down that recoil control, because you don't want to be using like any random weapon or attachments to warm up because they're of course all going to have different types of recoil and handle differently with different ADS speeds and things like that. So make sure you're actually practicing with guns you're going to be using. The second tip is going to be make sure you use your left stick to strafe. This is going to boost or activate your rotational aim assist more basically. So make sure you're using your left stick while you're shooting. This is one habit you definitely want to get in the habit of. You don't want to be aiming with your right stick too much like this. You're going to be aiming like that. You just kind of want to snap on them with your right stick and then strafe with your left stick to get those fine aim adjustments and take advantage of all the aim assist that you can, because that's what's going to cause that rotational aim assist. Is whenever you're actually moving your left stick, that's when it's going to kick in the aim assist. If you really want to challenge yourself and practice your raw aim, something you can do that I like to do once in a while is actually go into your settings for your controller and just turn off your aim assist right there. Now what this is going to do is make your aim look probably really shaky at first, but if you really just focus, maybe turn on some music and just get zoned in here, you can actually really focus on your raw aim to the point where you don't have to rely on aim assist to shoot the bots, and this is going to make your just raw aim much more accurate. And then when you do turn aim assist back on, at least in my experience, it feels incredible. So if you shoot like 150 bots even without aim assist, and then when you turn it on, let me know in the comments how crazy the aim assist feels, because especially when you've just been playing kind of lazy, letting the aim assist do the work for you, I think we tend to kind of lose our raw aim ability because we're just used to the aim assist doing so much. So I think by doing this little drill here with no aim assist, it's going to really help improve your raw aim. The next tip is just going to be to stay on the move. This just means practice your movement. just how you would in a game whenever you are actually playing. I still have aim assist off, by the way, if you're wondering. But anyways, just make sure you're slide canceling, you're maybe Y-wine if that's something you do. Just whatever you do in game movement wise, just make sure you're doing that in the warm-up, because you want to actually just be practicing in-game fundamentals and mechanics while you're doing this the whole time. You don't just want to stand still and shoot bots, which you can do a little bit of course, especially if you're warming up with an AR, but you want to ideally be moving and actually warming up all facets of your game, or training all facets of your game, whichever one you're trying to accomplish. The final tip I have for you guys is practice on snapping onto opponents. I'm actually going to turn on aim assist for this, which I recommend in most cases, having aim assist on. Definitely make sure you enable it before you go back into a game, because that can happen where you warm up without it and then you go into a game and don't have it. But just practice snapping onto opponents. If I reload and get enough ammo here, I'll try to give you an example, but this is going to help you win those clutch scenarios in rank play and hit those nice clips on people. Just basically switching targets and just getting that nice snap. The bots kind of have to be lined up right for it in some ways, but sometimes 180 like that is nice to really just nail down the accuracy for. And this is going to come with getting comfortable with your sensitivity as well, when you can do a 180 and just snap onto somebody. But those are all my tips for warming up and training your aim and other mechanics in Call of Duty MW3. Hopefully this guide helped you guys. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Whoops. That sucks.
Point relocated. Secure the target area.
Ah.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Hardpoint relocating. Stand by.
Didn't find him. Oh, he peeked the door right when I gave it out. What the?
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Wow, he's stair glitching me there. No way. That's wild. That is wild. Who stunned me? He did.
Perimeter.
Thought I saw a guy. Thought I saw a guy. I didn't see a guy.
Target area updated. Move to the hard point. Hard point compromised. Secure the area. Enemies inside the perimeter. Hard point compromised. Secure the area. Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area. Enemies inside the perimeter. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Move in here.
Enemies inside the perimeter. Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by.
Damn.
Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint. Friendly cruise missile approaching. Momentum low. Back.
Ah. Always guessing wrong.
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Target area. Hardpoint. Secure the area.
Hmm.
Enemies inside the perimeter. Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by.
Oh.